Sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver Common Sense Show. I'm on shrmedia.com.
Well, that didn't work out too good. Little technical difficulties. Welcome to the Reaver Common Sense Show. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. I'm here to make sense out of this senseless and fuck up the intro. I know it's been a little while since I've been on. I've been sick as a fucking dog. And I broke my foot. Or I broke a toe, at least. My puppy's got in between my legs. Caused me to misstep. Next thing I know, pinky toes pointing straight up and to the left. So I had trouble getting up walking. I do apologize for not being around. And then I got the flu or something. My little germ factory daughter got me sick. Here I am. Oh my God, so much is going on. I don't even know where to start, people. I will have slight technical difficulties here as Restream has updated their software, and I didn't expect it. Had my computers down, didn't even look until 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, 30 minutes before the show, and I start booting everything up, and things have changed, and things are missing, and oh, shit on me. In fact, let me try to add this one scene real quick so I have it for later. Videos. Where is it? Station break. Why didn't that? There we go.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And there you have it. SHR Media Network. Conservative media done right. Today show's gonna be a little bit different. I also want to point out, I know you guys can't hear it because of copyright laws and all that happy horseshit. I'm listening to the background on my headsets. Great White. For those that know the band Great White, Jack Russell, the lead singer, passed away yesterday, at the age of 63. So I figured it'd be kind of just to honor his accomplishments in music. They came on towards the end of the quote-unquote hair metal days, and they just didn't get the success I think they deserved. There were several bands, Dangerous Toys, Danger, Bullet Boys. They just didn't get what they should have gotten. All right, so today's show is going to be a little bit different than normal, where I'm just reading and talking about articles. I have spent the last several weeks sick on Twitter. So you got to understand my the way I have it set up. We don't have cable in my house, like cable TV. Got too expensive. We got tired of it. I hooked up my computer, my desktop computer for gaming, and have it attached to my 75-inch TV. So when I want to play my games like EverQuest, World of Warcraft, I'm on a 75-inch, yeah, can't say that, TV. And I got the keyboard, wireless mouse, and yeah. So I'll throw on some programming to listen to, and I've been having fun on Twitter. Oh, I've been having fun riling up the liberals. But let me tell you, the disinformation, and yes, there is a difference between misinformation and disinformation. And for those that don't know, misinformation is giving out the wrong information and not knowing that the information is wrong. Disinformation is knowing that the information is wrong and still putting that information out there knowing that it is false. And you could tell when Kamala, Kabanga Kabbalah, whatever her name is, Harris, is in trouble. Because it was real funny. I was listening to the Trump. You shut up. Ginger ale bottle. I put it in Gatorade bottles. And the gases start expanding. The plastic will expand. And here pops and pings throughout the night with it. But Trump and Elon's conversation, masterful. But what I found the next day, the Democrat hierarchy knew they were in trouble with that conversation because, oh my God, the flood of paid accounts and trolls of Democrats out there attacking accounts. Now, for years, I never got attacked. I'm a small fish, and I know that. I am not trying to make myself out to be something I'm not. I'm a small fish. And when they're attacking my post, I know they are in full freak out mode. And boy, have they been coming after my stuff. I mean, and I'll tell you what, me and Sackhead Sean have been having a ball. I think he's having a ball because we've been having fun with these this propaganda being spewed. We were going after the UK shit. I guess we'll start there real quick. For those that don't know, police chief with the Met Police Department in London decided he thought he would be smart and threaten Americans by saying that he would have us arrested for giving out misinformation and hateful information and yada, 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 yada. It's against their law, and he would have us arrested and extradited. Let me see. Oh, I got lots of videos for you today, too. Let me see. Because I don't want people saying, well, you're making shit up. No, I'm not. Here we go. I think this is the video. So, give me a second. All right, this is their chief talking how they're going to fold the full force. Now, also realize... No, it's not picking up the media player. All right, hold on. All right. And here it is. Let's get it on the big screen. Here we go.
So we'll throw the full force of the law at offenders, whether that's charging people with assaults, violent disorder, riot, and if terrorism offences are appropriate, I know the Director of Public Prosecutions has said he's prepared to consider that. We will throw the full force of the law at people. And whether you're in this country committing crimes on the streets or committing crimes from further afield online, we will come after you.
Talk to me about that, because we have seen some high-profile figures whipping up the hatred. You talked about it in there with the officers, in fact, about this being added to by online commentary. I mean, I'm even thinking of the likes of Elon Musk getting involved. What are you considering when it comes to dealing with people who are whipping up this kind of behaviour from behind a keyboard and maybe in a different country?
Being a keyboard warrior does not make you safe from the law.
Hold on. Dang it. All right. What is going on? Let me stop sharing this for a second. Having issues, like I told you. Now, this little shithead says keyboard warriors. Okay? What the fuck do you think he is right now? He is a pissant in England, the UK, British, making a threat against a U.S. sovereign citizen that he's going to have us arrested because he doesn't like our free speech. Now, what I find... Ooh, there he is. Hey, we got somebody. No, we don't. Never mind. I'm overseeing things. Sorry. Lost my train of thought. You got to understand the U.S. treaties that are involved here. And maybe this jackass should have went and looked at a U.S. treaty before he started opening his mouth. Because the only way they can have us extradited for crimes is if it's a crime in both countries. Now, whether you like hate speech or not, I don't like what a lot of people have to say, but guess what? Supreme Court has ruled that's covered underneath the First Amendment. Whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, it's covered underneath the First Amendment. So it is not illegal here to say something which they would consider hate speech. They are getting so bad over there, and there's a reason I bring this up too. They are getting so bad over there, they are arresting people over memes. You make fun of a Muslim, they will have you arrested. But they're not doing anything against if you make fun of Christians, if you make fun of the Jewish people. Only Muslims. All right, let's get back to this jackass. Because, well, he's an idiot.
You can be guilty of offences of incitement, of stirring up racial hatred. There are numerous terrorist offences regarding the sort of publishing of material. All of those offences are in play if people are provoking hatred and violence on the streets, and we'll come after those individuals just as we will physically confront on the streets the thugs and the obs who are causing the problems for communities.
He'll shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one comes through first. Now, why I bring all this up is that's our future, folks. Don't let it fool you. That is our future. Especially if a certain two people are elected president and vice president. Because you can just see their intentions underneath some of the policies they've already talked about. And if you really want to see what they are about, here, let me go. Like I said, it is sometimes going to take me a couple minutes to find everything because it's scattered all over the place. But if you want to see the policies of Kamala, and what's funny is every time I think of her name, I think of what is it, Kamala the Butcher from WWE. Now people are saying it's racist to mispronounce your name. Oh my God, get over it, people. It's just, and then I've seen people, and it's funny as hell because you get people on Twitter. You cannot call her by her first name. That's so disrespectful. You wouldn't do that to Trump. And then you go through their feed. Now, what do you see? Them using the first name. They are trying. They are out there reaching for something. But this is what you'll get underneath a Harris. Damn it. I had it up. And I am boogered it. But for what is it? Harris Walsh presidency and vice presidency, you'll have open borders, legalize illegal aliens crossing. She has said that it shouldn't be illegal for them to come into the country the way they are. She will grant amnesty to illegal aliens. She will do a ban on guns. She's talked about confiscation, door-to-door confiscation, banning fracking and fossil fuels. She's talked about that. But amazingly, on a lot of these policies, now that she's running for president, all of a sudden she doesn't support them anymore. I wonder why. Because they're shit policies. She knows that people won't back, so she's going to lie to your face and tell you what you think. She's going to tell you what you think you should know. No, this is what she's about. She's about restricting free speech. We've seen the interview with Harris talking about it. Not gonna find it. Like I said, it's gonna take me. Is it this one? No. I won't be able to find that one. Damn it. Damn it. There is a video with him speaking. All right. Is it this one? Here it is. Let me set it up for everybody. All right. And this is her vice president talking about free speech. You know, and I've said it. If you want, I could pull it up. The Supreme Court has ruled hate speech is free speech as long as they're not making threats that are endangering or inciting violence or hurting people. If I say I hate XYZ because of XYZ, guess what? I'm allowed to. But this jackass thinks that the government should be controlling your speech.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
Now, remember what I said. There's a difference between misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is putting out information that you don't know is wrong. So he wants to make that illegal, that you can accidentally put out the wrong information and not know it's wrong. And he wants the government to clamp down on you. Now, who gets to declare what is hate speech and what is not hate speech? Because that's the huge question. What is hate speech and what isn't? Because I've seen countless times with liberals saying everything that conservatives say is hate speech. Free speech, Second Amendment, limited government, capitalism. That's all hate speech. So who gets to decide? And that's the big issue. Come on.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
You can catch the Reaver Common Sense Show right here on YouTube and Rumble every Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Be warned, he's the one your mother warned you about.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
You can catch the Reaver Common Sense Show right here on YouTube and Rumble every Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Be warned, he's the one your mother warned you about.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
If I'm Donald Trump, I understand why he doesn't want to debate. Kamala Harris is
he's accepted
former
3.
prosecutor. He
said yes to September
strong,
4th, September 10th, September 17th. He said yes to a lot of them. So it's not that he's obviously afraid to debate.
No. So no. He had agreed to September 10th on ABC.
With Biden, who got pushed out.
What's the difference? Why should he not debate whoever the candidate is on September 10th as he agreed to? What is the difference between candidate Biden and candidate
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
You can catch the Reaver Common Sense Show right here on YouTube and Rumble every Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Be warned, he's the one your mother warned you about.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Criticism over her running mate, Governor Tim Walz's decision to retire ahead of his unit's deployment to Iraq. A new CNN K-File report shows that similar accusations were made against him in 2006 during his first run for Congress. Now, here is actually what we know. Walz filed paperwork for his congressional bid in February of 2005. The following month, the National Guard announced a possible deployment within 2 years. He retired in May of 2005, although it's unclear when he submitted his retirement papers. Now, 2 months later, his unit received deployment orders to Iraq. Joining me now for an exclusive interview, retired Command Sergeant Major of the Minnesota National Guard, Doug Julien. Sergeant Major Julien says that Walz knew about the scheduled deployment to Iraq and went above him to get approval for that retirement. Sergeant Major, thank you for joining me this evening. Everyone is really focused on the nuance of this specific issue. So I want to pick your brain on this, because you gave an interview to the Washington Post where you said, and I'm going to quote, "Nobody wants to go to war. I didn't want to go, but I went. The big frustration was that he let his troops down." Now, he was entitled to retire after 20 years of service. I think he served 24. Why do you suggest that he let his troops down by exercising that choice to retire?
Well, there's a number of things out there, and hopefully I've got time to present this whole sequence of events to you tonight, Laurel. Reason being is that there's so much stuff going on out there that people don't really understand the chronological events as they occurred. And I'm going to kind of start back in the fall of 2004 is what we received, my commander and myself of the 1st Brigade 34th Infantry Division Brigade Combat Team, what's called a notification of sourcing, which is a NOS. We were informed that we would be alerted to go to Iraq within the next upcoming year or time period out there. Start preparing your team, getting your team together, and let's get the process in play. From that going forward, we met with one of the 125 Field Artillery, introduced ourselves, talked to them, and give them a heads up. This is what's happening. We don't know full particulars, but we will get to it. In approximately February of 2005, my boss, my commander, Colonel, and the command team, we scheduled a meeting at Camp Ripley, Minnesota for getting everybody together so all the battalion sergeant majors, the battalion commanders, and the staff would get to see each other and kind of start the team building event in that concept there. At that meeting was Governor Tim Walz, or Sergeant Major Tim Walz at the time. When we had the meeting and it was over with, he asked to speak with me, and we sat down and spoke one-on-one, and that's where he informed me. He says, "Just to let you know, I have put a bid in for Congress. I have not been selected yet. I have not been nominated yet, but I just want to let you know." Okay, you give me a warning order, which we call a warning order out there.
Mm-hmm.
The following month, and it was March of 2005, or it could have been April, give or take a month right in there. Yeah,
Sure.
we had another meeting at Camp Ripley. At that time, Tim Walz was there. We had our meeting. Everybody was talking about who, what, when, and where, and what we were going to be doing, what our mission was coming up to be, how we were going to handle it, and how we need to build the team. Again, this whole time period, we're doing what's called building a team to go forward to Iraq. After the meeting, Tim Walz came in and sat down to me because I had talked to him before and said, I need to know what his answer is at that time. He came in, we sat and talked. He told me, he says, I have not been nominated. I am going forward with the battalion. I said, good, let's go. We got the team built. We're starting to build the team out there. A month lapsed, or a little bit more lapsed, and in June, we went to Camp Ripley for our meeting again, and I walked into the team, the meeting hall, and Tom Behrens was there, and I asked Tom what he was doing there, and that's when he informed me that he had quit. The issue that came out of this was, first of all, how did Tim Walz quit without discussing with me, because I was his next level of leadership.
You're using the word quit. I don't want to cut you off, sir, but excuse me, Sergeant Major, I just want to be precise in the language. You're using the word quit. You mean that he had opted to retire still, is that right? He had not somehow gone AWOL or been honestly discharged in some way. He opted to retire. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the terminology that came to me was he quit and went from there. And yeah, yes, he opted to I'm gonna back up 2 seconds. He opted to retire, which I found out at a later date in June.
Mm-hmm.
Is where it went to. When I found this out at that meeting, my focus is to build the team. Let's go forward. We've got to do this. The other issue out there is that the individual that approved this was two levels higher than myself in the enlisted corps, and should have had Tim Walz come back to me and talk to me about this and discuss this as to why he was going forward now or not going forward now, after he had already told me he was going forward.
I understand, Sergeant Major. Now, thinking about that timeline, I think it's important the way you've laid it out, because it sounds as though, yes, he was entitled to